Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of KashCraft. My name is KashMuney and this is episode 16. It has been a while. I have kind of neglected KashCraft for a little bit. Last time we were preparing for my first stream, the 100 subscriber stream, where we tackled a tricky trials, and as you can see, it went pretty well. I also got a mace, but otherwise I've been pretty busy. I finally was able to get enough slime to complete the bamboo farm, and I've been having this one problem where if I die, I spawn like 1,000 blocks away. Let me show you a clip of an example of that. Are you kidding me? I am filming a short for KashCraft episode 14 where I add on to my circus tent, and I took off my armor because armor doesn't look that good, and I accidentally fell and died, and now I'm 1,000 blocks away and I have to run all the way back home. Well, that was horrible. Yeah, I spawned like 1,300 blocks away, so I was just working on a little alternative in between episodes. I added this little pathway with a lot of scary stuff, I guess. Oh geez, I might be dying. But I added a nether portal that goes from the world spawn to my base. Yeah, so we're at 0, I can take this portal if I ever die and get back to the base relatively easily. At least it's easier than, you know, having to travel 1,300 blocks in the overworld. We just might get attacked by some piglins and whatever those guys are called. Sure, it'll be fine. Anyway, in today's episode, we are going to be working on the circus, or I guess technically not the circus itself, but we're going to be working on something underneath. You see, I've been digging out a space under here a little bit, just preparing it for a redstone project. As you may know, I'm kind of obsessed with armor trims. I love collecting them, and I decided I am going to make it my goal to collect them all. So what we're going to do today is create an armor trim redstone machine that tells me what trims I have and which ones I still need, and maybe we can make it give us random adventures to do to collect armor trims, just as a little bit of spice to the episodes. So yeah, that is what we're doing today. Let's get started. So as you can see, I already have a lot of armor trims. We have 8 of them right here, which is a pretty good dent, but that got me wondering, which ones do I not have yet? So I decided to put together a little bit of a spreadsheet just to figure it out. So I have just under half of them right now. I'm still missing like 10 or so we have our work cut out for us. But you know, as much as I love redstone, I am not the best with it. So why don't we pop over to Creative World so that we can start putting together this machine. All right, so here we are in the build testing world, and I have started to put together a little bit of a outline for what I want. For this redstone device, we're going to have a randomizer for the armor trims. That way I can push a button and it just spits out, oh, you're going to get this armor trim this episode. Then we have a collection system. This just tells me which armor trims I have. Maybe we can take the piece of paper given to me by the randomizer and input it into the collection system, and that says, oh, you collected that armor trim. And then I want to have a system that once we have collected all of the armor trims, we will unlock the final armor trim. Which one is that, you may ask? Well, it is the silence armor trim. It is widely considered to be the rarest armor trim. It has like a 2.5% drop rate in ancient city chests. So yeah, that is going to be the armor trim that we will unlock last. But anyway, let's get started with this collection system. I am going to just have like a bunch of item sorters. There's 18 armor trims in the game, so we're going to have 18 item sorters. So let's make the first module. All right, here we go, and we can just put in some filler items, and then I think we need like 18 pieces in here, so we can just stick those in there. If we input our wool, then it should be sorting it out. Yeah, look at that. It's working just fine. Okay, so that is the sorting system for one armor trim, but we need a way to detect it and light up a lamp when we have gotten that armor trim. So maybe we can just have a comparator come out of the chest just like this, so that when we have an item in here, the comparator turns on, and then that way it can turn on a lamp. Perfect. If we just put our armor trim in there, or a piece of paper with the armor trim, yeah, it'll light it up just fine. Okay, so that's the module for one armor trim. Now we need to make this 18 more times. I'm pretty sure this little system is modular. If not, that'd be kind of sad, but Yeah, let's just copy and paste this a bunch of times. All right, there we go. Now we have our system set up. So if I just input a random block that is set up into here, yeah, it will turn on a light. Right now I'm just using random blocks. We'll used name pieces of paper later on, but that's too much work for right now. Okay, so that is the collection side of our system setup. It doesn't look very nice right now, but we'll make it look nice later. So now I need a counter for our silence armor trim. We have 18 right here, so I need a counter that can count to 18, and then once we hit 18, it unlocks the final armor trim. So I was planning on just using some droppers so that's when we get an armor trim that enters the system, it will also dispense an item from the dropper into a line of hoppers that ultimately goes into our counter. So if I just put like a cobweb in here and then input a piece of brown wool again, that will turn on our brown wool lights. And yeah, that cobweb leaves the dropper and it shows up in our counter. Perfect. Oh my gosh, this is working. I honestly did not think it would work, but it is, so that's awesome. But now we have the problem of making a counter. Redstone signals only go up to 15, I think it is. If I'm wrong, I'm sure someone will let me know. But we need a counter that goes up to 18, so I think I need to get a bit creative here. Okay, I have a concept. Is it the best way to do this? I doubt it, but I could use like something like a pickaxe, some sort of tool that doesn't stack, use 18 of those, and then I can make what is this, 10 bulbs light up. So yeah, I think this might be the way to go. Okay, so now I just need to figure out how to implement this into this. I think I just want to put it like slightly above these. I don't know, maybe up here or something, just some lights or bulbs going across that light up as we get more armor trims. Why don't we do that? Okay, that took way too long, but I had to kind of restructure everything. Like I put the dispensers and hoppers for the counter under here, and then I made a little water elevator at the other end to bring the items up so that we can count them for the big counter. And if we just chuck a pickaxe into here, it gets sent up, and before you know it, yeah, we get our counter ticking up. Yay, this is coming together. Okay, so now that we have our counter in, now let's add a little deposit system so that we can actually put our armor trim papers into the machine. Perfect. We just have our chest to put wool into. We can just place a piece of lime in there. It will go into this bubble elevator, go up. Oh, that's an issue. Hang on. Anyway, as I was saying, we put a piece of wool in here. It goes into this bubble elevator, goes up, goes through the system, and it will turn on one of our lights. Okay, and for our last item of business, we need to create a randomizer for the armor trims. This is going to be super easy. Yeah, we're just going to have a button that makes a dropper drop a random armor trim paper. I'm going to have like note blocks and stuff, but for now, we don't need to think about this too much. All right, so that is the rough draft of our machine. It's really more of a working concept than anything else. I still need to go build it on KashCraft, so why don't we jump back over to KashCraft? Okay, we are back on KashCraft. I have a ton of resources to gather. There is a ton of stuff we need, and let's go gather that. This is where having a huge industrial district helps so much. I can just like grab whatever I need, craft it, and it's just so like painless and easy. Like look at that, 2 sacks of hoppers right there. Don't mind me, just preparing to do a lot of mining. So I decided to move where I'm going to be building this redstone contraption. I need a place that I can easily access, and the original place just wasn't cutting it. I was originally going to build the contraption under my main tent, but I want to have an above ground like entrance to it. Like I think I want to do a funhouse sort of thing. Oh geez, there's a lot of mobs. So I want to have like the entrance to the contraption like right here or something. And then we are going to be building it like under the tent, like right down here. So yeah, that means we have to dig out a new space for this machine. So yeah, let's dig this out and craft our resources. Wait, you need a blaze rod to craft copper bulbs? What? Why? Why? That doesn't even make sense. I don't have them either, so I have to go fly through the nether. But why would a copper bulb needs something from the nether. Like, sure, the copper bulb's like an exotic block, you know, but it's not that exotic. Now, here I am in the nether because for some reason, copper bulbs need blaze rods. What's next? The resin nightlight that requires shulker shells? That is so annoying. Silly and kind of funny, but still annoying. All right, so I have some resources for the armor triminizer, whatever we want to call it. So let's work on getting it built. We got the collection system, the display system. There's the counter system. Here's our system to get the papers into the machine. And here's our randomizer. We just push this button, get some nice sound effects. And then once the clock finishes up, we'll get our item. Perfect. Okay, so we have the basics of our machine done and it is looking awesome, but it's very basic right now. It's just like the bare necessities. And I want this to be like a fun house. So we want to add lights, maybe some fireworks, just like spectacular stuff. Maybe first of all, we could add some lights to our randomizer just to give it a bit of like sparkle and pizzazz. I'm going to run to the creeper farm real quick and get some gunpowder. That way we can maybe add some rockets. Oh no, it's empty. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to AFK here for a bit. I do need some gunpowder. Alrighty, let's head back. Okay, here we go. So if I just push the button to get a random armor trim, we get some nice light action, some of the noise, and then, oh my gosh, that was a little bit violent. I was not ready for that. Why did they do that? Oh, that scared me really bad. Okay, let's try again and step back. Okay, so the fireworks aren't flying up. Okay, I just need to remove the carpet. That's okay. Okay, so test number 4. Let's step back a bit. And does this work? There we go. Okay. That's much better. I don't want to get blown up on accident. Maybe we could do something for the drop off over here. All right. Here is the note machine. We got the fireworks installed and there are the lights. If we just input a test item, then we will get this system kicking on. And when it's done, we'll get a firework. There we go. Perfect. This is so cool. Okay, and lastly, I want to have a celebration once we fill this meter. So maybe we can just use these systems we already have and do something with that. That'd be cool. Okay, I think I got it to work. This time, the white line kind of going around this entire place is going to be our celebration line. So if I just update this block, yeah, perfect. We get... Oh, that's awesome. We get our systems activating on both sides. Now we get to prepare the system, which means a lot of naming. And then we get to fill the system. We can take our fireworks and load them into our machines. And finally, we'll make our 18 pickaxes and throw them in the system. And with that, the redstone is complete. This thing is massive. I've never made a redstone machine like this before, and I am so happy with how it turned out. But this thing is super ugly right now. So we need to decorate this. As I said, I want to make this into kind of a funhouse theme. This is going to be like the main attraction in the funhouse. Like there's going to be some rooms to get here, and then we'll have like an exit tunnel. But this will be right in the center and look super cool. Okay, so I have a vision for this thing. I want this room to be the Tomorrowland room. The room full of new tech, new inventions, what the future is going to look like. I'm thinking kind of like eco-futurism, so a focus on including plants and nature, making stuff feel somewhat organic and clean. So yeah, why don't we try that? And you know what? It's been forever since we've done a time lapse, so roll that time lapse. Oh my gosh, this turned out so well. It was so much time and effort in designing, but I love how it looks. I feel like we nailed the theme of eco-futurism. I mean, we have like obviously a lot of green, and then I wanted to give this nice modern feel with a lot of this quartz and yeah, a little bit of andesite, just make this feel clean, modern. I did add a nice little like color scale just to kind of emphasize like how we're making progress on this thing. I don't know why that light's on, but it is for some reason. And then for the side regions, I just made them into little towers. They're pretty simple, but they look good in the grand scheme of everything. As for this path, I wanted it to have that modern feel as well with some of the copper and the green, but I wanted it to feel like it's way up in the air. Like, you know, we're walking and there's a steep drop on either side and you got to be careful. Really, I don't know, give this a vibe of like sitting in the clouds. And then as for the sky, I wanted it to keep it very simple. Remember, this is supposed to be a fun house. I want the like main attraction to be awesome and very wowing, but if you look closer at some of the details, you realize like, oh, we're just in a room like underground and this is just like wallpaper on the walls. So yeah, I'm not done with this build. I did run out of time, unfortunately. I still need to add some stuff like extend the towers down. I want to add some other towers around like the exterior, maybe add some more clouds. I kind of ran out of pale oak wood. Also, I lost my pale oak wood box, which makes me really sad because I love those types of blocks. So next episode we might have to go get that back. But yeah, this is where we stand with our machine, and I came up with a name for this machine. It is called the Marvelous Triminizer. Give it a nice like circusy name, very like, I don't know, elaborate, very eccentric, but also kind of describes what's going on. So I like it. And please don't get me started on the chest monster back here. Oh my gosh, it is so bad. Like I have like chests in the walls, like just shulker boxes with stuff, like furnaces in the corner. Like it is not good, but I'm just going to ignore it for now. Okay, so with our triminizer done, now we can finally input all of our templates. Obviously, this is like a big deal. I mean, we've spent this entire episode building this machine, and now we get to put the trims into it. All right, I have my trims somewhat organized. I am going to put aside the, trail ruin armor trims. These can only be found using archaeology, which doesn't work great for an adventure. I think it would be best to find these armor trims in a live stream, so be on the lookout for that. We will be finding all 4 of those armor trims. And then of course I can put the slips of paper with the names of the trims I don't have yet into the dispenser. 6, that's not that bad. I mean, sure, we still have the 4 from the trail ruins and the 1 from the ancient city, but that's not bad. Scratch that, make it 5. Again, not bad. And I almost forgot we have to put the names of the armor trims on here. That would be a bad thing to leave off. And with those names in here, our system is fully operational. That is an amazing thing to say. This thing looks so cool and I love it. And now it is the time that you have been waiting for, the time that I've been waiting for. We get to put our armor trims into the system. Isn't that so exciting? Oh, I'm so excited. Let's get started. So first we have the spire. Let's make sure this thing works. Oh, good. I was a bit worried there. Yeah, we hear the system going off and yeah, there we go. It pops up right there. And we can just put our armor trim in there and yeah, we've started up our counter. That is so awesome. So yeah, we just do these one by one and before you know it, we will have, what is that? 8 armor trims in the system? That's so many already. Here's 2. I do love the fireworks. They are all different colors and they just give a little bit of like cool vibe to this thing. So yeah, there's number 3, here's 4, number 5, here's 6, the nice bolt armor trim, 7 with the flow, which the flow armor trim, if you haven't seen it, take a look. It looks so good. It has these nice like spiral designs. You can kind of see it on the armor trim in my hand. It looks so good. I am so excited to apply it to my armor. And then last but not least, we have the snout armor trim. And just like that, we are about halfway to the silence armor trim, and this thing is looking so good. We have so many already. I can't wait to go on adventures and get the other armor trims, stream and get some of those trail ruins armor trims, and then finally get this silence armor trim. I'm so excited for that. If you can't tell, I like armor trims. And then lastly, of course, we need to record our KashCraft episode on the circus tent and one of the frames. Honestly, this frame right here is really calling to me. It's nice and centered and will look awesome with what we did today. So just like that, there we go. I love how this turned out. I mean, it's just a miniaturized version of our triminizer, and I think it's really cute, but it fits what we were going for. But anyways, everyone, that is going to wrap up our episode today. Thank you so much for watching. This was such a fun episode to put together. I mean, it had redstone, it had building, it like challenged me in ways that I haven't really been challenged in Minecraft, and that was really awesome. And I hope you like how it turned out. It's definitely what I was imagining, and it's going to be super fun to watch these lights fill up as we complete all of these trims. But with that being said, again, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.